It's the KS1075 Morning Show.
5:07.
It's Friday.
Big Friday. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this morning it was like, even though it was Friday, because you're usually a little more energized because it's Friday,
Right.
but it was still hard to wake up. But I'm all right.
You're
you
here.
You guys okay? Wait, I got enough time to shower?
Just
That's
That's good.
Did you shower? Or you showered
I
last
shower
night?
overnight.
Yeah.
I shower
Kathy?
at night. Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
This morning?
Yeah.
Wiggins?
It's been like since last time.
Not since last time.
When
What was
was
that?
it?
3 days ago?
I was going to say, was that Tuesday?
Yeah.
That's typical.
Yeah. I'm
Right.
disappointed to know that you guys don't have detachable shower heads, so that means that I'm the cleanest down there.
True. Probably.
And they're super
I
cheap.
scrub too.
They're super cheap.
No, I just don't like, I just like the standard shower head.
Okay, but the detachable one could still be above you, and then you just
I
take it
know.
off and you give yourself a little...
Right.
No?
I'll be fine.
So I'm not saying you're dirty down there. It could be a little soapy. Some soap scum.
Right. Build up.
Well,
Self build
on the
up.
shower wall, on the
Right.
shower door.
With that little layer.
You need some CLR or
Yeah,
something?
exactly.
Right.
Yep. Get it all in there.
Ooh, it burns.
Yeah.
That's why both of your taints are a little rusty.
Ooh. Ew.
No, I'm kidding.
I just had that image.
Right.
Here's why I had that image, because I just cleaned out the humidifier and had to use
right,
some
and
CLR.
there was some rust in it.
And there's some, I got to scrape that stuff off. So
Right.
now you got that feeling that,
Right.
that's going down in the undercarriage.
Right.
That's great.
That's awesome.
That's wonderful feeling.
Like a penny, it'll eventually turn green.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Do I get something for that?
CLR.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
that's
I thought
what you
maybe a
need.
prize.
Any plans for this weekend? Anything or anybody? Nothing?
I do.
What do you got,
What?
Kathy
Okay,
J?
so today on the Everyday Show,
Fox
Karina
31.
Smirnoff is coming in.
Oh, the dancer.
The dancer, yeah, Dancing with the Stars. So that has nothing to do with what I'm doing this weekend. But then,
So then why did
I'm
you
heading
say
to Frisco again
Oh, really?
to go up to Frisco. So tonight I'll be eating sushi and shopping on the streets of Frisco.
Where's that at?
Interesting.
You know, it's the place that you said is right outside Breckenridge.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's like when you get off the freeway, it's right there.
Exactly.
So you don't even have to go to Breckenridge. It's right there.
And then tomorrow morning I'm going tubing, and then tomorrow night I'm taking a sleigh ride.
It seems like it's kind of chilly to tube, but I guess that's. Are you tubing in the
Right. It's snow.
snow?
Yeah.
I'm
right.
thinking tubing on like
A
the
water?
river or something.
No, this
River
is like
tubing.
they take
Sledding
you up.
or-
It's
Okay.
kind of like a
Right.
smaller, not as intense ski mountain.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
At
But I'm
first,
still
yeah.
going to have to wear a helmet probably with my luck. We know
yeah.
how it goes with me.
How
Yeah.
do they get you to the top? Like with a chairlift or with a snowmobile?
I don't know, so I'll let you know.
Oh, cool.
But
Okay.
it's an actual area where a lot of people go
Right,
tubing.
right.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's going to be fun. I haven't done tubing in so long.
Good.
Right. It's fun when you bounce out of the tube and you're like, ah!
Ah! And Parente's boyfriend is coming with us.
Jake.
And he's a little thing, so I'm like, you better hold on, buddy.
Oh,
You
yes.
can go flying.
Was that him screaming?
Yes, it was.
Wow. Real nice.
I'll hold us down, but you better watch out, Jake.
Him and Chris are going to bounce into some trees. You won't see him for a while.
Hello?
Yes.
Where are you?
How sexy, how romantic. Tell me how good the sushi is, because my wife, who likes sushi, will not eat sushi in a landlocked state.
Oh, no, that's not true. I mean,
There's
like.
such good sushi here.
There's great sushi restaurants here.
Okay. She refuses to eat in not just Colorado, but any
I
state
know
that's
they
not near
have
the
planes
coast.
that bring it here like daily.
I
Right.
know. She's still some sort of untrusting, though.
Right.
Yeah.
She's old school.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: you eat sushi right by the ocean, you're getting like that radiation leak from Japan's in
Right.
there.
Yeah, you got the
Right.
lead.
Right.
You get a little of those
It's
micro
too fresh.
beads.
Right. Some of the microbeads in your shower wash that the fish ate, and now it's in your sushi.
That's what makes it delicious.
Oh, yeah. Shut up.
And now, from dum-dums to D-bags,
You are really dumb, for real.
it's Stupid News with Kathy J.
A guy with the New England Patriots helmet actually tattooed on his head. Well, shocking, he has a warrant out for his arrest.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he better get that changed to a Bengals.
Right. 46-year-old Victor of Florida. Well, Victor made the news when he was arrested for trespassing, and he had some synthetic marijuana on him, right?
Okay.
But he really made the news because he has the Patriots helmet tattooed on his head. It's very detailed. It's very massive.
That's great.
Wow.
Right.
So just like the team, he cheats the law as well.
Yes, he does. Victor was due in court yesterday for a hearing, and he no-showed.
Really?
Hi, come on. You're pretty noticeable, dude.
Right.
Yes, well, the judge issued an arrest warrant.
Oh, my God. He just looks methy.
Oh, that's just crazy.
He's got the Patriots logo on both sides and the Super Bowl trophy on the top of the head. Yeah, it's totally shaved head. He's got the football helmet, the Riddell thing on the front.
On the front. Wow.
Oh, my
He's
God.
really smart.
Yeah, he's a winner.
Right. So, yeah. So you just have to at least see him for that tattoo.
Yeah.
He seems pretty happy about being arrested. He's all smiles.
Yay!
Or is that just meth?
Or
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of
That
just
could
like
be
a
meth.
weird
Right.
stare.
He is in Florida.
You can tell he doesn't have a lot of teeth.
It
Yeah.
seems that way.
Right.
Yeah.
A guy with a different kind of tattoo, a Braveheart face tattoo, just won't stop stealing those darn vacuums.
Okay, you can't put a face tattoo and then become a criminal.
I agree. It's like the easiest way to get caught.
Exactly.
21-year-old Christopher, he obviously doesn't know that, Larry. He lives in Columbus, Ohio. And he's got a Braveheart-style face tattoo. So
Right,
he's
like
got
the
a
stripe, the blue stripe
Yeah.
down
Yes.
the eye.
blue icicle-shaped triangle tattooed from his hairline over his right eye to his cheek.
What an idiot.
Just classy.
And he just won't stop stealing those vacuum cleaners. Police are trying to track him down after he stole a lot of Dyson vacuums.
Oh, those
from
expensive
some stores.
ones.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he also stole some merchandise from a Home Depot. He stole some clothes from an Old Navy, and the cops really know him. Of course, because the Braveheart tattoo.
Dummy.
Everybody points out his Braveheart tattoo.
It could be Braveheart, but you could also update it and say it's frozen.
Okay.
Looks like a big icicle.
Yes. Sure.
A police spokesman says, I would call a professional shoplifter who chooses to get a blue triangle tattooed across his face stupid rather than brave.
Yeah.
But we believe he was going for the Braveheart look, but he has nothing brave about him. We're trying to track him down.
All right.
Well, he's on horse.
Right, exactly. He walks around saying he'll always love you.
Yeah,
Right.
something like that, yeah.
And finally, there's an elderly couple, and they got into a massive brawl. And now they can't remember why they were even fighting in the first
Oh,
place.
that's so hilarious. Well, you may as
Nana.
well make up.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Nana's all jacked up.
Yep.
Oh.
Wait, they really got into
They
it.
did.
I mean, granted, you do bruise easier when you get older.
That is true.
Yeah.
Her hair looks amazing.
Her
I
hair
know,
is
right?
flawless.
Unbelievable.
The same hair she has all week.
Right.
Yeah. Last Saturday, an 83-year-old lady,
Jeez.
Charlene. Charlene is 83, and her husband is 87, and he's Charles. Charlene and Charles have been married for over 64 years. Yeah, right?
Yeah, they can't even count how many fights they've been in.
Exactly. And they live in Florida. Well, they got into a huge fight. It's just about like 25 miles north of Orlando.
Yeah.
They beat each other up. Then they drove each other to the hospital to get treated for the cuts and bruises.
Oh.
Apparently, Charlene was the aggressor because police ended up arresting her and not Charles.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But we're not clear if the charges are going to stick because when police asked them, please explain to us what happened.
Right?
Both of them.
Where am I?
Oh,
Right.
no.
Who are you?
Right.
Oh.
And Charles kind of said the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Charles?
Yep. Neither of them could remember or recall what the fight was about. Charlene is facing charges for battery on a person older than 65.
Yeah.
But Charles says, no, I think we were probably mutual.
She kept calling out some guy, a different guy's name, Harold.
Oh, no.
She kept calling me Harold.
Harold?
I'm Charles.
No, you're not. That's how the fight started.
Yeah.
Right. Who's
yeah.
Harold?
It's no fling from the 60s.
Right.
Oh, my God. That's Kathy J. Stupid News. We've got mugshots and more for this, all this under KS1075.com. Just look for it right there.
And now,
People, look alive. It's showtime.
what's going down in Hollywood? It's Celebrity Trash and Bash.
And action.
Here's Kendall B.
Sponsored by Larry H. Miller Nissan. Iggy Azalea, talking to GQ magazine for the February issue, says, hey, if I'm not in this business for a lot longer, at least I've sparked some change.
And what is the change?
A white girl that could rap.
Basically.
Well, no, wait. That hasn't been proven yet.
That's
In the beginning, we thought she could, and then
That's
we
the
heard
thing.
Nikki again and went, oh, yeah, that's a rapper.
Well, like, the thing is, I'm pretty sure when Nikki made that statement at the VMAs and she's like, I'm not naming names, but you should write your own ish.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that was directed at Iggy.
I am too.
But a lot of people speculated that.
Like
for sure.
T.I. writes for her.
Or whatever. And I
Whoever.
guess, I don't know. I'm sure other rappers have rapped something that was written by
Sure.
others.
Oh, for sure.
All the time.
Ghostwriters all over.
It happens all the time. Here's what Iggy says in GQ, quote, "You never know how long you'll be in people's good graces, especially in this business. So I hope it's long, but I could be here for 3 or 4 years and then be out like most artists, so it depends. I might be here for a long time. At the very worst, if I have a short-lived career, at least I could say I sparked a change, that I inspired some leniency in what people accept in hip-hop. And if I have a very long career and can be gyrating in a leotard at 35, that would be great." End quote.
Let's calm down.
About the haters gonna hate. She says, quote, "Award season helps. Anytime where people get to choose who they want to have a voice and they choose me, I just think that makes it worth it. And that gives me the patience to just bite my tongue. When people choose me as the person they think should be speaking for them, I think, well, I really don't care about what somebody in the industry or some other artist has to say about it. Your opinion is biased anyway because you want people to listen to your voice.
Right.
So having actual people who choose me, it makes me think I have a place, and I don't care what other people have to say about it."
She's kind of saying shake it off.
Right.
Kind of.
Shake it off.
In a sense, and, good
That
for
was
her.
good, right,
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure. Iggy will be in town on April the 27th at Pepsi Center. Tickets are still available. You can get them at KS1075.com.
No, it's okay.
Other news this morning, Crazy Paula's back on TV. Paula Abdul has landed the judging gig on...
I thought he was talking about Paula Dean.
No, not that Paula.
There are a few
they're
crazy
both
Paulas,
crazy.
right?
She's the craziest.
Right.
Paula Abdul, the judging gig on So You Think You Can Dance. She's taking over for Mary Murphy, whose contract ran out.
Okay.
Thank God. No, just kidding.
Also joining the panel on So You Think You Can Dance, Jason Derulo. He's going to be a judge as well.
For real?
Yeah.
He dances.
Yes, yeah, he's good.
So they'll be at the judges' table for season 12, and there's a new twist this time on season 12 on So You Think You Can Dance. Stage dancers versus street dancers. Bring it.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's like she was a ballerina.
Yes.
He was a street dancer.
You know it.
Right.
Together, they matched it together.
That's
That's
what it
it,
is.
right.
That's what
Yeah,
it
It's
is.
the
still
movie
not
in
gonna
real
watch.
life, you
Yeah,
know?
Kanye West and Paul McCartney, we don't know exactly how much work they've done together. We do know that they recorded some song and they released it over the holidays. They released a little piece of that.
I kind of hope it's like, Mr. McCartney, Kanye West called again. You know?
Right.
Right.
Like he's been calling for years.
Right, exactly.
Right. I
Yes.
want to know that too.
Tell him I got the gift. Very nice.
Yes. Well, according to sources, Kanye asked Paul in one of these sessions a very inappropriate question, but it's a question that, dudes would ask other dudes, especially generationally.
Did he ever hook up with one of the other Beatles?
Oh,
No,
is that what he
was
asked
not
him?
the question.
Oh,
No.
all those long nights on the road.
Well, John was a little open in that sense.
He was. It was about free love.
Right. This is a different era.
Kanye, and the question was about free love. Kanye asked Paul McCartney, what was the Nani like back in the 60s?
Harry.
Right. I was going to say bushy.
Google Yoko Ono naked.
There it is.
Oh.
In all his glory.
Sadly, Paul, we do not know what Paul said about the whole deal, but anybody can really kind of guess. It would have been funny to hear what Paul had to say about that,
It
but that
would
was a
have.
question that was asked of Paul by Kanye West.
Right. Well, Paul McCartney is a vegetarian.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he is. Pharrell Williams is going to be on The Simpsons, be animated for the show on the February 8th episode of The Simpsons. The episode
As himself?
As himself, yes.
Oh,
So he'll
cool.
be the color of Dr. Hibbert.
With the big hat.
Right.
And yes, the big hat is on there. We have the picture for you at KS1075.com. There he
Oh,
is.
that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looks like him.
You know what they should do? Side note, and probably would take forever to do, but at Universal, when we go, they should have in Springfield, they should have somebody be able to draw you as a Simpson.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
People would pay good money to be
Even
drawn
a computer
as a Simpson,
might be
even
able
as a
to do
computer.
it.
Yeah,
That would be
print it
cool.
up in color.
Yeah, that's a good one.
How much
Yeah.
would you pay for that if you were at amusement park?
I would definitely pay the $25 fee.
For sure.
But
Yeah,
I might
for
even
sure.
consider the extra for the extra copies and the frames.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
For
do
sure.
it. That would
It would be cool.
They're making money hand over fist
Right,
already.
but wait a
Illustrators out
minute.
there.
Maybe it's a whole little booth that you get in. You get to voice something, and it's actually an animated clip.
Ooh, now that's
Wow.
like $150.
Yeah, for
I'll pay
sure.
that.
He would pay that.
Yeah,
though.
that
Yeah,
would.
I'll put mine on his room.
Right, exactly.
Finally this morning, Sam Smith will be here on Monday night at the First Bank Center. It's sold out, and we've got tickets coming up this weekend on KS1075. Sam Smith may be coming to Denver as a single man.
What?
Reports have rumors about Sam Smith breaking up with his boyfriend,
Probably caught him cheating. He's a little cutie.
Jonathan Zeisel.
You don't cheat on the moneymaker.
Exactly, but Zeisel's young and pretty. He doesn't know. He's stupid.
Okay.
Now, we don't have an official word. We just have innuendo pointing toward a possible
Did you
breakup.
say in your end?
Innuendo.
You said in your end. That's a gay slur.
Innuendo. On Tuesday, Sam Smith performed in Toronto, spoke about his love life kind of cryptically before he sang his ballad Good Thing, which is about a troubled relationship and is on his album.
Right.
The Lonely
It's
Album.
dangerous to break up with him or Adele because you're going to be the next hit.
Exactly.
And everybody's going to know what you did.
That's why I was thinking, well, at least we're going to get another good album.
Right. How hurt is he?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It needs
Is
to
he
be
like-
to the core.
Right.
Right.
Like dark places
Right.
he's going to.
Here's what Sam said. When I fell in love with the person who inspired the majority of the album, I had this fight in me to basically end it when I could have carried on. But I decided to write this song, and the day before I wrote the song, I basically went on my phone and I deleted their number and deleted everything. And the reason why this song is very special for me today is that I've actually had to do the very similar thing today with someone I've been seeing.
Oh, yeah.
Quotes.
That would mean he's
Okay.
single.
Right. And then he posted a selfie with a sad face holding a glass of red wine.
Yeah, I saw him. He
Yeah.
looked real sad. Kind of like a, who's next?
Exactly.
Okay, is that what it was?
Well, and like the thing is, when he wrote the first album, like he was just a regular person, so
Yes.
he's had real struggles. But now that he's a celebrity with a ton of money,
Staying in the penthouse.
right? Exactly. It's like not as sad.
Yeah. Right. So maybe this is what he needed.
Right. It's,
To feel that pain again.
it's time for auditions.
Mile High City, it's a field day for Sam Smith coming to First Bank Center on Monday night.
If you're a good-looking, white, attractive male,
Yep.
or black, or Hispanic, who
Yep.
didn't plan well for your future,
Right.
but you're hella pretty,
Right.
try to get close to the stage
Yep.
and reach out to Sam Smith,
Right.
who's now single.
Yep, it's an all new kind of grouping.
Right.
now.
Exactly.
And he'll like your accent, even though you didn't even know you had one.
Yeah, exactly. Especially a North Denver accent.
Right. The prettier, the dumber, the better.
That's
exactly.
right.
Right. And somebody who, like, you really didn't have a plan. Like, college did not pan out.
For sure. So a lot of you listening right now, you probably know of this guy.
Yes.
Right.
You know, help him today.
Women have been doing this for years, that we see them try to meet Broncos and try to meet rappers.
Exactly.
They're on their game.
Yes, that's their retirement plan.
Exactly.
Fellas, it's time for you to step up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll get to travel the world.
Your parents will finally be impressed with you.
It's the KS1075 Morning Show with Larry, Kendall, and Kathy.
We got a warm streak coming.
Yeah.
Real nice warm streak.
It'll be nice. So today, 40s, and then we're going to be in the 50s, upper 50s, like next week, into around 60.
I
Oh
saw
my God, get the volleyball nets out.
Seriously. That'll happen on campus.
Time to go to Wash Park.
Yep. You know it will be on like Monday.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
supposed to be like 62.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That'll be out there. Let's pour out a little liquor this morning.
For who?
Actually, hold on. That's the wrong music. Pouring out a little liquor is probably not the right thing to say. Why don't we hold up a sopapilla? The man who created Casa Bonita has passed.
Oh, no.
Hmm?
Shouldn't they put him in Bart's cave?
Something, right?
Right, like somewhere.
I
Sprinkle his
was-
ashes in
right.
the water
That's-
that the diver's going.
Exactly.
Bill Waugh is the man who founded the ever-popular Casa Bonita.
What's his name?
Bill Waugh.
That's why the food tastes like that. It's not Jim Lopez.
We have a
or-
friend named Wah.
Right.
He opened up Casa Bonita and several other taco and burger places and pizza places across the country. Actually,
And he still couldn't get the food right, huh?
Right, all those food establishments. Still can't
Nobody
get it down, huh?
never asked for a comment card.
Oh,
Nothing.
that's crazy.
in reading the Denver Post story on it, did you know Casa Bonita was not necessarily an original? There was like two other ones. I don't know. I don't think they
I
survived.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
In Denver?
No.
Like a chain, but
in
in other
different,
cities.
in
Other
different,
places.
different states.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
crazy.
There was two other ones, but I don't
We're
think
going
they
to serve
survived.
Mexican food and have cliff divers.
Right. It's all about atmosphere. Screw the food.
Right. And you put your little flag up when you want more sopapillas.
Exactly. And with a glow-in-the-dark necklace, who cares what your taco tastes like?
And if you have a hot enough cliff diver, no one's
Exactly.
going to care.
Exactly. And that's pretty much how they roll now, right?
Right.
It's like,
Come for the atmosphere, not
come
for the food.
Come for the banana hammocks and the marble sacks.
I do remember being a kid, seeing that going, That's really small, that bathing suit that man has on.
Well, and then it kind of, like we said before, it smells like the rec center.
Yes.
With a little taco.
Because you have a little bit of the bleach, and then you have the Mexican clean smell.
Right.
Right.
It all rolls in together. The founder of Casa Bonita, Bill Waugh, died on Tuesday at the age of 79.
I've always wanted to buy Casa Bonita and make it into a gay male bathhouse.
Oh, wow.
Why?
I don't know.
Would you still leave the cliff diver?
Duh! They just would be naked.
It would be focused around the cliff
could hurt
diver.
something.
Right, and they would dive, and the pool would be filled with naked men.
Oh, okay.
So,
Now
like,
I
you
get
dive
it.
in, you're
You
like,
got to pay
"Hey."
extra to be at the bottom of the pool.
Right.
Right.
Bottom.
I mean, where the diver comes
Right,
in.
and then in my version, you put your legs up when you want more soap and piss. And we don't serve tacos.
No
Definitely
girls
not
allowed.
fish
No
ones.
tacos,
No
no.
girls allowed.
The Denver
You
Post.
have no idea how CD Bart's cave gets.
I don't even want to know.
I mean, like nightly, they really
Right.
have to steam clean
Right.
it.
Sanitize. The Denver Post reports.
You know what? Every 2 hours.
Right, they have to go through with a machine and pick up all the condoms.
Mr. Waugh was a businessman and an artist, and his artistic training translated into great attention to detail, a genuine entrepreneur, but an entrepreneur with taste and a man of faith who sought to encourage other people, who also gave freely to different charities, including orphanages and whatnot.
That's good.
At my place,
Yes.
you'd use those glow-in-the-dark necklaces as some sort of different kind of ring.
Oh.
So everybody's junk would be glowing. Woohoo! Yeah, and then you'd be sitting there just, there'd be like a big room of relations, and here comes the mariachis.
Wouldn't that break the mood, though?
No, because they're all wearing jock straps.
Okay, I was going to say,
mariachis-
are they in their
Right.
traditional mariachi?
No. Jock straps and nipple piercings.
Do they get to keep the hats?
Yes, of course.
Okay, then that's fine.
It's a whole different kind of Casa Bonita.
And the red sash around their neck.
Bonita.
Casa Bonita.
That's it.
Yes.
You got it. So, yes.
Sorry, kids. The
Right.
establishment has changed.
Yeah.
Right. The moose out front should have told you.
She's not allowed in either.
No.
She was protesting.
Of course, Mr. Waugh sold Casa Bonita years ago, back in 1981, sold the place.
You
And,
should have sold it to Los Delicious.
Right.
Then they might have some good food.
Then we'd have something going.
Right.
but he was a man who started it way back in the 40s, 41 years ago, and he is passed. Bill Waugh, the man who gave us Casa Bonita, has gone on to the great beyond.
I went after 81, so I don't. Yeah, so Waugh just took the money and ran. I need to yell at somebody else that's owned it since 81.
So are they going to bury him like they did the guy who started Taco Bell? Put him in a big corn husk?
No.
Lower him into the fryer?
No, it's not going to
They
happen.
didn't do that.
It's the KS1075 Morning Show. With Larry, Kendall, and Kathy.
If you're still doing duck face selfies, you're on the outs. You're done. It's over.
It's tired.
No more of you.
Been there, done that.
Yep.
Although, I think that's really going to be around forever.
Because we all look so good.
It's not the trendy thing anymore, Larry and Kathy. The trendy thing now is the surprise face selfie.
No, not
Like
that
that?
one. No, not that one.
So it's more of like somebody just walked in the room like,
You open,
Which-
you open your eyes and your mouth just like you just heard something shocking. That is like the new trend. Instead of the duck face, it's the
That's also the Tyra Banks before you smize face. Remember?
Kind
When
of,
she
I
goes,
guess.
you have to
With the
close your
mouth
eyes
open.
And then go,
yeah, it's the before, right?
right, but with
Yeah.
the mouth open, you're saying.
Mm-hmm. So with the surprise face, according to those in the know, your eyes are bigger and better. Your face doesn't wrinkle up like it does when you smile or make the duck face.
Okay.
Because I guess you're elongating the muscles a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
Your lips are fuller.
Okay.
Mm.
And then you're allowing people to Photoshop things in your mouth.
like Larry.
I'll do it.
Larry
He
will
lives,
do it.
Yeah.
all
lives for those kind of
day
It
videos.
might
long.
not just be a cucumber.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Remember Kirk Yunke on Fox 31?
Oh, yeah,
he
he
had
was.
some picture and Larry totally destroyed it.
Awful.
No. He had his mouth around something,
Mm-hmm.
and I replaced it with a giant joint.
That's great.
But I was like, you realize what I really wanted to put there.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when I was in New York, there's this ice cream place that I go to, and they have huge ice cream cones.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I took a picture of it to show how big a medium ice cream cone was.
Yes.
And
I
then all of a sudden,
superimposed what she used to have all the time. Like the gambling town.
Yeah.
And so I put one of those in there, and
Yeah.
it like perfect. Like,
right. So because my hands were right around
exactly,
it. Yeah.
and it made Kathy cheat.
I had a surprised face look on my face. But yeah, so
You had just gotten married.
Yeah.
Then that
Right,
happened.
she's
Right,
like,
I
damn
did.
it.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have an ice cream and one of those.
Yes. So if you are to jump into the new trend, be careful of people like Larry who might Photoshop you
No, I
doing
won't.
the surprise
you
face.
totally will.
Well, we should do it on our Facebook page, and we'll see if everybody wants to start the new trend.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll post it facebook.com/Larry, Kendall, and Kathy. No more duck faces.
Okay.
Surprise face.
Well,
Okay?
we'll wait till Kathy gets her makeup on to do hers.
Thank you.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
She's got this clip chip in her hair.
Yes, she does.
on top.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny because,
I'm creating volume right now.
right, you're becoming the gorgeous lady on the Everyday Show.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you posted that, and I finally got to read a lot of the comments.
Because I posted the girl from the ring.
Yes.
I was like,
Yes.
that's the radio Kathy.
Uh-huh.
And then a picture of her from Everyday, and she looked great. And that's
Right.
the TV Kathy.
Yes.
And we get the girl from the ring who's like, cranky, and she came out of the hole, and she's mad, and she's going to kill one of us.
Right. But a lot of people stuck up for me, and they were like, just calm down. That happens,
Yeah.
okay? A lot of us go through that in the morning.
It's a process. It's
right,
a process.
Till we get to be...
Right,
Yeah.
for sure. But I mean, how lucky for us.
Yeah, right?
Right.
How's this chip clip?
It looks awesome.
Thank
looks
you.
great.
But look, see, I take it out.
Oh, it's now
Shake it out a
boosted
little.
up. Yeah, you're nice.
Look at that.
Yeah, it looks good, Kathy.
Now
Although
give
I'm
the
a little
face.
frizzy. Now I have
Now
to,
give a surprise.
I have to give volume up here.
That's the laugh face. That's the surprise face.
Right. She does not do it.
She's.
Once
Whatever.
the makeup's on, I can figure it out.
Oh my God.
You're listening to the KS1075 Morning Show.
A very special edition of Larry Ulibarri on sports. We begin with stuff happening here locally, though. Two big announcements coming our way.
Yep.
First, congratulations to
Larry Ulibarri, Kathy J, Kendall B, and producer Wiggins.
Yeah, congratulations, guys.
congratulations to a couple of teams here.
I think all teams get a little congratulations if you play for both teams or one team.
For sure. And a congratulations to our team.
Exactly.
Ah.
Larry Ulibarri, Kendall B, Kathy J, and producer Wiggins.
Yeah.
The congratulations to the teams go out to the Colorado Rapids, who will host the Major League Soccer All-Star Game this year on July 29th.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, well, I'm
Thanks.
sorry. I was trying to move
It's
things along.
thunder. Come
Yeah,
on.
I'm trying to move things along.
Did they already do that once?
Rapids, we did, yeah,
Okay.
in 2007.
Good job, Kathy. We
Yeah.
were there.
I'm sorry.
I was there.
Oh, yeah. Kendall was there.
Yes, and be there again announcing the game. That would
Wasn't
be fun.
Beckham there?
Beckham was there. He did not play.
No.
Right,
That
but
was
he
the
took his
first
shirt
year.
off and gave it to some whore. No, I'm just kidding.
Some lucky lady.
So, yeah, the Rapids will host the All-Star Game this year for Major League Soccer. And congratulations to the other team, the
the Mammoth.
Yeah, for what, Larry?
Well, they had an event center named after them.
Wow, congratulations,
The Mammoth
guys.
Event Center.
That's really cool.
They are having superhero night.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
yeah. Are
Like
you-
you go dressed as a superhero to the Mammoth.
Yeah.
event.
Oh, that's kinda fun.
That's coming
Yeah,
up.
that is
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm. But the Mammoth's co-tenants at Pepsi Center, the Avalanche, according to sources, they will host an outdoor hockey game, part of the NHL Winter Series.
Oh, neat. Where? When?
A frozen lake of our choosing.
Be careful.
According to sources, it'll be next year against the arch rival of the Avalanche, the Red Wings, at Coors Field.
Wow.
Wait, what? There's
So-
no rink there.
They're going to build one there.
That's cool.
Oh.
They've had this throughout the
That is
states.
cool.
I'm going to go. That's cool.
They've had this the last couple years where they've had hockey games
What's
on the
next?
outside.
A tennis court at Sports Authority Field?
Imagine that. It could happen.
So
So it'd be a hockey game in the middle of winter, like January or February, outside.
I went to a baseball game and a hockey game broke out.
Great,
Yeah.
yeah. But they'll have the hockey rink in the middle of Coors Field, according to this source. It could be at Coors. I don't know. Maybe
Why are they
Sports
doing
Authority too. Just that's what they've been doing. It's like a big event game.
Okay, and so does Coors Field hold more than the Pepsi Center?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like 25,000 more. At least.
Oh, wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then if it's snowing a little,
Exactly.
you get to drink some hot cocoa and watch them play on the ice. That's
Have your blanket.
That's a really cool experience.
Yes. So that's what's happening locally. Some congratulations to those teams for getting that stuff done. But the biggest sports news that's invading all of the news over the last week has been Deflate Gate, in which there has been a report that 11 of the 12 balls that the New England Patriots used in the first half of their game against the Colts in the AFC Championship game were deflated a little bit. That made it a little easier for the offense to use, and now the NFL is investigating the whole deal.
Yes, they are, Kendall. I'm Larry Ulibarri, and I'm on sports.
Yes.
Yeah, so what do you think about it?
Oh, that was my rap. I was closing it out.
I mean, you might as well talk about it.
No, here's what I don't get. Like, I thought, like, it would be a little more serious, and the fact that Tom Brady can joke about it in the press conference, and he's one of the suspects, and he's like, well, it's not ISIS, everybody, calm down. Well, it's like easy for you to say if you're the guy who did it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Of course you want everybody to calm down. Right, you want to play it down like it's not that big of a deal. And then my question to Kendall this morning was,
yes,
isn't that kind of a big deal? I mean, isn't that like, first of all, the Patriots are accused of cheating before, but like, doesn't the NFL like hold this in like a serious kind of situation?
Well, I'm sure they do, but
then why is he on there going, ha ha ha, yeah, whatever?
Well, he didn't necessarily laugh it off.
Yeah, he made ball jokes.
Okay, he didn't do that in the press conference, but he laughed when he was interviewed over the phone by somebody, and he was like, now I've heard it all.
And he said, according to that, and I'm not taking up for him, I'm just saying what he explained. He said, we had just won the game. It was early in the morning. I had not heard about this deflation of balls. That's why,
you had when you did it.
That's why he laughed. That's why he said he laughed about it and made a joke about it on Monday. He was trying to be more serious about it yesterday. But, of course, in trying to be serious about it, that's when all the jokes spawn because of
balls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pick the balls. Our equipment guys do a great job of breaking the balls. To me, they're perfect. I don't want anyone touching the balls after that. I don't want anyone rubbing them. To me, those balls are perfect.
See, rubbing them, he's making like...
I wouldn't want anyone touching those. I would zip those things up and lock them away.
He's joking. He's making jokes.
You seriously think that he did that on purpose?
Yes, absolutely.
Because they're talking about footballs.
But nobody rubs them. Like, you don't rub.
Yes, the quarterback rubs the football. They break them in.
Okay, but I mean, he's like, I don't want anybody rubbing him.
Right, rubbing his football.
Right.
But he had a smirk. Whatever. So obviously the NFL is not the... Well, I mean, I never really put them on that high of a pedestal because they are, like, you know, covering up people getting brain injuries, and they were kind of soft
NFL,
on abusive women.
Yes.
So
this is like of everything that happened this year in the NFL. This is like really now this is happening.
Right.
Which I blame them for the simple fact that you
have a system down.
Yes, you have 16 games a week.
Right.
You mean to tell me you can't have one person at those 16 games to
in charge
check
of balls
every single one of those footballs?
But I thought they were 2 hours before the game. They all get checked.
Right.
The refs sign them, and then they don't get touched until the game starts.
They have the referees there, but I'm talking about even somebody like independently from the NFL, like say, okay, these are the balls that they're going to play with.
These aren't the balls you're looking for.
Right? Yeah. So something even on top of what the referees do, like double check them. They probably will now.
Whatever. Right. But I mean, if they are checked like that, then how did they get through? Is my question.
There wasn't a system of somebody. They must have taken them back, and that's who knows.
Right? They showed it on the news, like, you got to stick this little thing into that hole in the ball, and it takes seconds, and then you move on to the next ball.
Yeah,
right.
That's all it takes. I like the sound better.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
right. 11 times.
Right, and then it smells like leather and rubber.
That's what it is.
So yeah, where's the outrage? And
there's tons of outrage. There's tons of it.
Okay,
you're not the only one.
Okay,
Ulibarri on sports.
Well, you were so casual about it this morning.
Here's why I'm casual about it, because I think in this sense it didn't necessarily. The Patriots were going to win that game regardless. I think because the way they played, they just ran over Indianapolis. Now I do think if they did cheat, there should be sanctions, but I don't think that in this case.
What kind of sanctions are we talking about? Like, are we talking about fines that would never affect a team, and they would be like, whatever?
There's going to be fines. There's going to possibly be, if they find somebody with that fault, a suspension or two, maybe a firing or two. Remember the New Orleans coach was, he was suspended for an entire year.
Really?
For the stuff that they did down in New Orleans.
Right? Weren't they going to other people's games and?
That was the Patriots.
That was
Belichick. That was the Patriots. Yes, but the most egregious thing that could happen is that they would have to go back and replay the game, which they're not going to do because the Super Bowl is next week. They're not going to lose that money.
Yeah, the Colts coach should throw out that red flag and go, replay.
But in that particular case, it's, just somebody step up and say, okay, I did it, and then just move on, because that's...
Is there a lot of cheating?
I would imagine there's probably a good amount of nudging in all kinds of sports. Who knows how far it goes?
Right.
But somebody just got caught in this case.
Right, like sandpaper on the balls.
Who knows?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's baseball.
Oh, okay.
And he's Larry Uleberry.
On sports.
Yes.
And pick the balls. Our equipment guys do a great job of breaking the balls. To me, they're perfect. I don't want anyone touching the balls after that. I don't want anyone rubbing them. To me, those balls are perfect. Breaking the balls, I choose the balls. I wouldn't want anyone touching those. I would zip those things up and lock them away. Whatever feels good that day. I'm not squeezing the balls. That's not part of my process. I grab it. I feel the lace. I feel the leather. I feel the tack on the ball. Breaking our own balls. Breaking the balls for all the quarterbacks to have the balls in play. Some guys like them thin. Some guys like them tacky. Some guys like them brand new. Some guys like old balls. I mean, they're all different. Some guys like old balls. Some guys like old balls. They also know that how I like the balls, and I tell them how great they are before the game.
Okay, so he definitely is cracking jokes, but
I don't think he was.
I think he had a smirk. If you watched it, he had a smirk.
I think he was just talking.
Whatever.
About it just happens that he mentioned balls so many times.
Listen, normally a good-looking quarterback, I'm all about that. But just him and the Patriots, what a bunch of cheaters.
He's outraged, ladies and gentlemen. Larry Uleberry.
And I'm going to do nothing about it.
Good morning, everyone.
It's the KS1075 Morning Show
Get your ass out of bed right now.
with Larry, Kendall, and Kathy.
This is a reminder this weekend as you go out, hang out, maybe even go get money from the ATM to keep your awareness up because there has been a rash of people getting robbed at ATMs in Aurora.
Oh, my God. So you go to an ATM and you get a rash? And then it's all spread?
That's all he heard was
from the last person?
Right.
That's all he heard. According to several reports, the gunmen have been targeting people going to ATMs, specifically in Aurora. In a couple of cases, in one case, one person was followed home from the bank and then robbed.
A lady.
Yeah.
I saw something on the news. There was like some string of robberies in the Stapleton and Green Valley
Ranch area. Yes,
right.
I saw that.
And
that was out of cars, wasn't
same
it?
thing.
Uh-oh.
But they like follow you. And so like if you're going to like these guys obviously specifically targeting ATM, but sometimes they'll just latch onto you and then follow you.
Because
when
they
you get
know
out of your
eventually
car,
you're going to get out of your car,
you
right?
have an iPad or a phone or
take
whatever.
it and you're gone.
And by gunpoint, they take your stuff. So
Wow.
you kind of always have to be aware of your surroundings.
Yes.
And then it's kind of like, not that you can always be like get this feeling when somebody's following you, but like sometimes take a different route than you normally take.
True,
or
indeed, yes.
circle around the block. Like sometimes if I see somebody that's kind of been riding with me for a while,
Yeah.
I'll go to a different house.
I totally do. I'll
Right.
go a different way into the neighborhood and see if
Right.
they continue to take turns with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the ATM thing is very scary, but I've always been like,
Paranoid at ATMs.
yeah, if I pull up
It's
and
all
there's
that
some
pot.
sort of person on probably if there's somebody on foot, I'm like, why are you over here by all these ATMs that are cars, you
Yes.
know? And I'm like, I get it because sometimes I'd walk up to the outside at ATM
Right.
real fast, but I'm always hesitant, you know, because it could happen so fast.
Well, even when you're standing at an ATM, somebody behind you, you
Yes.
usually think that they're just waiting for
You
their
never
turn.
know who they are.
They could be
Right.
waiting for you to get the money out, and then all of a sudden, yeah.
The police in Aurora, according to the Denver Post, also looking for several people who assaulted a guy and then kidnapped him on Monday.
What?
And then they took him to the ATM and forced him to withdraw cash. It happened 9:30 Monday off of Blackhawk and Iliff. And people could hear this guy being chased by 5 or 6 guys, and then they took him to the ATM and forced him to take money out. So, yeah, it's scary. You get kind of comfortable.
Yes.
Right,
In a
for
sense
sure.
That
Right.
you don't, it's like, okay, I'm just going to go do my thing. But you got to keep that extra sense around you that there could be some people that could be wanting to do you harm.
You know what heightens that, and I was like joking before, but there is a little bit of extra paranoia tossed in with 420. Like that, some people have a real like reaction to that.
Sure.
Right.
Some people so much so that they can never do it. They're
Right.
like, I'm way too paranoid.
Uh-huh.
But I think being a little paranoid is important.
So
I agree.
So smoke pot today. If you've gotten too comfortable, smoke a doobie, and you'll be afraid of everyone.
that'll put you on edge.
Right.
Right.
Keep you
Your
ready to
grandma
go.
goes to hug you. Nice try.
You know what also happened yesterday near my house?
Yeah.
The Aurora and Tower, or Hampton and Tower.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the road rage thing?
No.
Like they weren't even road raging. It was just a group of kids coming home in a car. All of a sudden, 2 guys pulled up next to him. The passenger got out, went to the passenger window, and completely kicked it in. The glass went right into the kid's face. His
Whoa.
boot went into the kid's face, and then they got in their car and drove off.
Jeez.
There wasn't anything leading up to it. They just
Okay,
came
that's
to
what the kids are saying. They
Well,
forgot to say that they flipped them off, they
could
mooned
be.
them, and threw a rock.
But still, that's
Right.
crazy that
Yeah.
people are that crazy that they'll be like, I'll bust in your window with my foot.
Keep your awareness up because people are crazy.
Yeah, people don't have anything, so they want yours.
And now, what's going down in Tinseltown? It's Celebrity Trash and Bash. Here's Kendall B.
Sponsored by Liberty Tax. Apparently, Birdman upset at Lil Wayne's mixtape, and especially the song Coco. I wonder what he's upset about. Maybe that part. Maybe
Right.
that's one of the parts he's angry about.
I know, but like Wayne calling somebody ugly, come on.
Pot kettle.
Black.
Yeah, black in this case. Yes, Kathy, yes.
Although some women find him attractive, I would have to say it's probably because he's uber talented and rich.
And good for them that find him attractive. According to TMZ, Birdman angry about Lil Wayne disrespecting him in his latest song on the latest mixtape. Birdman is angry on two fronts, that Wayne is trying to get out of a binding contract and that he's putting their personal relationship on blast. Wayne's song, I'm Sorry for the Wait, or Coco on this is especially hitting up Birdman because he feels that the man he calls son is treating him like some just random dude.
Okay, they're not father and son. That was total role play, which a lot of people are like, whoa, that's weird.
Right. Lawyers and others for Lil Wayne and Birdman are in talks to try to see how they can resolve this whole thing. But according to TMZ, Birdman will not release the Carter 5. He'll only release it on his terms. He's not going to...
Now he's doing it out of spite.
He's not going to budge.
For sure. He
because
could shelve it if he wanted
Wayne's
to.
getting angry. Exactly. Yeah. So...
Battle of the egos.
Yeah. This thing continues to get even more ugly.
And you know who gets rich?
Who?
The lawyers.
They
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Yep. We'll continue to follow this story as everything moves along. Chris Brown and Karrueche back together again, so much so they're in a brand new video together.
Now she's like, when she breaks up with him, she's definitely the girl who cried wolf.
Yep.
And will never believe you.
Chris Brown released a video for her song Autumn Leaves yesterday off of his album X. It's him playing...
He's all, autumn leaves, Karrueche comes back. Bye, Autumn.
That was good, Larry.
Yes. Chris Brown plays a samurai, and it was filmed in Hawaii, and Karrueche is his on-screen lover. So, yeah, she's hanging around.
Finally, she made a whole video.
Exactly.
She did. She was able to hang in there. So, yeah, those two are still together hanging out. Pharrell Williams will be part of the Simpsons. He has been Simpsonized. You can see the picture at KS1075.com. Pharrell will make a cameo on the February 8th edition of The Simpsons. The episode is called Walking Big and Tall, based on the true story of a composer who writes a song about city pride and ends up shopping the song to other cities. So he goes around to different cities and shops the song around. So I guess Pharrell is like the producer, I guess, doing something like that.
Because I'm happy.
Kind of something like that.
Because it's Springfield.
Jennifer Lopez on Watch What Happens Live last night says that she's dated many men in the past. Her men have been manly and sexy, and she admits that not all of them have been good looking.
Okay. Not all of them. Let's see.
Well, Chris Judd was a good-looking guy.
He was a good-looking guy.
I mean, he had to shave his head because he was bald.
Right, but I met him in person. He's a good-looking guy.
Right, for sure. And Casper, amazing body.
I don't know about his face.
Right, he's a little like monkey.
Oh.
Like the monkey that
Clapping monkey.
Yes.
And then Ben, she turned him into Mr. Suave.
Right, but he still had a good structure. He had
did.
everything he
good
needed.
mold,
Okay.
right. And so that leads us to...
The sick chihuahua, Mark Anthony.
Yeah, her baby daddy, Mark Anthony.
He always looked a little under the weather.
Yes, he did.
And now their kids look under the weather. Awesome.
Jennifer Lopez says, quote, I say my type of man is I like manly. I don't like a softer edge. I like somebody to make me laugh, but type-wise, I'm not a looks person. I don't know if you noticed over the years, she said, end quote.
Okay, but you are a looks person, and at least she's a body person.
Yes.
And then she says manly, but like how manly is 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1.
True.
And 2. And 3.
Choreographer.
She said the current crushes that she has is like Charlie Hunnam.
Who's
from
that?
Sons of Anarchy. He was going to play Christian Grey. He's manly and sexy.
Okay.
And then there was another one I just forgot.
Probably
she
that kid she did the movie with.
No, she didn't name him.
No, I know because she hit that for sure.
He is very sexy.
Duh.
She says, I go for more for essence, for strength, and the manliness, the fun, the laughs. Sexy is important, but I don't feel like a good-looking guy is necessarily sexy.
So then you're calling Ben Affleck ugly.
No, it's Mark Anthony.
She's calling somebody ugly in this case.
Well, if she
Ben
says she's
was
not
manly.
into good-looking men, then she was calling all of them ugly.
Well,
Casper kind of has
did he?
I don't know. It's all subjective as to what your type
It really is.
Right.
And money influences that, and power, and
But if she has the money and the power,
I know. I think she likes to thing is to have those exciting romance parts where all the butterflies are.
Yeah.
And then once that goes away, she's on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And so that's not, I mean, I guess if you're rich, you can do it.
And she said in the bedroom she likes the man to just take charge because she's like, isn't that why I'm with you? You're the man. Grab me.
Lazy bitch. Make us sweat.
Oh, yes.
More on her new movie coming up a little later on in the show. We'll talk about that.
What show was this that she was on?
Andy Cohen. Watch What Happens Live on Bravo.
But she was also on Wendy Williams, and that's where she was talking about what kind of guys she likes.
Yeah. And
currently.
on Watch What Happens Live, she was showing, again, Mas Chi-Chi.
Yeah, she looks amazing.
She's showing out.
Yeah, she's starting to deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Better deal than Demi.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Demi's somewhere in a dungeon
Right.
aging.
Right.
It refuses to come out because the treatments aren't working.
The time ran out on that deal.
Yep.
Let's go. You're listening to the KS1075 Morning Show with Larry, Kendall, and Kathy.
Ever been jacked or mugged? Tell us your story this morning at 303-228-1075.
I have a story.
Okay.
Story time with Larry Edelberg, yes.
I was at my grandma's house, and then they gave us money to go to the store to get candy.
Right.
And then the kids that lived across the street, we were walking in the alley, and they all jumped out. And they were like, hey! And then they asked for our money. But we knew who they were. Yeah. So they took our money, and then we just went back home and said, they took our money.
Across the street,
So then
the
grandma went
kids.
across the street and got the money. And then that was that. I have been a victim. But I got retribution.
Yes, you did.
Scars.
Immediate retribution.
Get him, Grandma, in your house coat. Get him.
On Facebook.com/Larry, Kendall, and Kathy, this is great because there is going to be a generation of people this is going to happen to because, not especially in Colorado, there's not that big a proliferation of cars with stick shifts anymore. It's harder to find a stick shift.
Yes, it is.
And people don't buy them as much. And in that case, people don't know how to drive them.
Right.
So this from Facebook. Jamie says, a friend of mine used to deliver newspapers. On April Fool's Day, he got out of his car, left it running, and some guy stole his car, started throwing all of his papers out. Problem is, the guy that stole his car didn't know how to drive a stick, so he was caught quickly. That is going to be, for some people, that's going to be something like a second alarm on your car.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
for
it's
sure.
going to be a whole lot of people who don't know how to drive a stick.
Right, and then it's like, get out and find another car.
Right.
303-228-1075. Who's this?
This is Karen.
What's up this morning?
Well, I was going to tell you guys a story about getting my purse taken.
Yeah.
I used to be a police officer, and I was at Trax, the old Trax nightclub.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we came out in the middle of the night, and we saw somebody light on in my car. And so I was with my girlfriend, and she was like, don't do anything, don't do anything. And, of course, I was a ding-dong and ran up and surprised somebody that was taking my purse. And he ran down the parking lot, but he threw the purse to somebody else who got in a car and took off. But I chased him all the way down the parking lot and tackled him and beat the hell out of him.
Nice.
Now, being an ex-police officer, would you say to most people that is advisable? Because most police would say, your life isn't worth running after somebody. You don't know what they got. Would you advise people to do that?
Absolutely not. I mean, it was a dumb move, but in the moment, I was so mad.
Yeah.
They were doing that, and I just kind of lost my mind and ran all the way down and tackled them. So.
Well, see, the thing is, I think that's admirable, and if anybody was allowed to give it a shot, it's you who have the right training,
Right.
Exactly. I mean, and the good news was that they had actually taken a lot of purses, and, in the end, they were able to identify them with a car that had been seen before, and, and they actually ended up, getting some pretty good jail time. So the story ended good. And luckily I had some training. I wouldn't suggest it for everyone.
Okay,
you know
good.
what? And here's the thing. It really didn't affect butch lesbians because they don't have purses.
True. Nope. Wallet on a chain.
Right. That chain ain't going nowhere.
Don't steal that. No, not at all. Hey, thanks so much for the call this morning.
No problem. I'm not butch. I went for my makeup.
That's what I'm saying. That's
For
right.
real.
Yeah, right.
For real.
Hey,
Nothing hotter than a lipstick lesbian beating the shit out of an armed bandit.
Yeah.
Have a good day, all right?
You too.
Right, and then after she's done kicking his ass, go kiss his girlfriend.
That
Converter.
is insult to injury.
Yeah.
Here's one from Terry on Facebook, facebook.com/Larry, Kendall, and Kathy. I was 16 and I was giving a crackhead a ride home.
Oh, how'd
There
you
we
end
go.
up giving a crackhead a ride home?
Strike number one.
Terry puts in parentheses, I know.
right.
And then the MF thought I had more dope, and he was a lot bigger. He robbed me and took my car, left me walking on Alameda and Broadway. Shaking my head. I
Trying
was
to be nice.
blanking pissed.
Wow.
Giving a crackhead a ride home.
Right.
That's the first mistake.
Right.
Yes. But he learned his lesson, I'm sure.
Right.
It's the KS1075 Morning Show with Larry, Kendall, and Kathy.
Want to sit ringside with me at Monday Night Raw? WWE coming in about 10 days. All you got to do to win, your chance to win, text WWE to 69803.
Kathy and I are going to go with you and ask a ton of questions the whole time.
How annoying. And coming up next week, we have your chance to call and win your instant tickets ringside with me.
Cool.
So, without having to text or whatever, all next week, every day next week on the KS1075 Morning Show, we'll tell you to call in. You have a chance to win your ringside tickets for Monday Night Raw on February the 2nd.
Will the Divas be there?
They sure will.
Yeah.
Can you get us to meet them?
I know. Can't we get one of the Divas to come in?
Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
We've got our connections, so let's find out what we can do to get one of them in here.
We want all of them except the one that they all hate.
Rosa or whatever, the old chick that came back.
The blonde
Summer.
Yeah, we don't want her.
I know, but then
Brie Bella.
Oh yeah,
Brie Bella would be the one.
Brie is hot.
Yeah, she'd be the one to bring in.
Or even
the
Marie.
twins, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the best. They have the best bodies and.
No, even Marie's got a banging body. The redhead.
Oh no, she's flawless. She's like Wonder Woman.
You know, she just got new boobs.
Yeah.
Did you watch the episode?
I did not watch the
Okay.
episode.
You'll catch up.
Larry and Kathy watched the show on E. I watched the actual wrestling show. so we have everything covered.
Right.
Well, ours is based in reality.
That's why it's a reality show.
Although I think it's fake when they beat each other up on the show because they know how to beat each other up.
Listen on next week for your chance to win. Have you ever been jacked? You ever been mugged? On the text is 69803. One time I dropped a friend off at his apartment building about 2 a.m. I stayed in the parking lot a few minutes texting a friend. All of a sudden I look up and there are two guys running up on me, yelling at me to get out of the car.
Whoa.
All the while pulling on my car door, trying to get my door open. Luckily, I kept the car running and the doors locked. I quickly slammed it in reverse, not caring if I hit one of them. And as I drove off, I ducked down expecting shots.
For sure.
Luckily, none of them came. That's like in a movie.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, very lucky in that particular case. Got away with it without having any other damage. Hi, who's this?
This is Barb.
What's up, Barb?
Oh my gosh! So I used to work at a gas station. I worked Graves, which dumb mistake number one. Up in Inglewood, Colorado, and ended up getting robbed last year, 2 days after Halloween, from a guy who was dressed up as a ninja.
Really?
And
Yeah.
so, what did he present a weapon?
He had his hand in his pocket, but in that situation, $8.50 an hour is not worth my life. So
No.
Dang right.
$60 in my register. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he ended up, and the funny part about it was I was playing stupid and taking my time because I had pushed the emergency button and was waiting for the Inglewood police to show up, which they didn't. But don't get me started on that.
Ooh.
And and my boss came and she said she was watching the video with the police and she said she could tell I was acting stupid. On him.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, and I only called in because 2 nights ago in the same neighborhood, my girlfriend got her car stolen out of her driveway.
Oh, whoa!
I hate that.
So, like, to kill time when that guy was robbing the gas station, he's like, why are you making me a nachos? I didn't order a hot dog.
Oh, man.
I don't like
It's one of those
jalapenos.
things.
Right.
Stop putting the cigarettes away.
Right. I don't like Dr. Pepper. I'll have Coke.
How about a Slurpee?
Right. Sure, I'll take a car freshener, but chop, chop.
Thanks for calling this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Have
Bye,
a good
Barb.
day.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
1075, hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Nick. How's it going, guys?
Good, Nick. What's happening?
Oh, not much. Just figured I'd tell you guys my story of getting robbed at gunpoint, actually, down in Tucson.
Ooh.
Cinco de Mayo, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Got home from baseball practice, told a couple friends to come over, and within a matter of 10 minutes, I heard a knock at the door. So I go in, change my clothes, whatever, just in shorts, head up to the door. The eye hole was covered, and my friends used to do that, in college. I was like, all right, screw you guys. Joke's over, whatever. Open the door. and there's two guys standing there, one with a gun and one with a do-rag, and they say, you know what the F this is? They come into my house, and at this point I have no idea what's going on, right?
Right.
So apparently one of my roommates who I was living with was selling weed to people. And I was playing baseball, so I had no idea this was going on.
Yeah.
So I get home 10 minutes later. Like I said, they come in and start rummaging through the apartment. I kind of put up a fight, and I get pistol whipped in the back of the head, and I pretend to be knocked out. So they both think that I'm knocked out entirely, so they both leave me alone, go in like a back room. At that point, I jump up and sprint out the back door, jump over the balcony, no shoes on. Second story, land, break my heel, and broke my back.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, exactly. Sprinted like 300 yards to the nearest people, no shirt on, screaming bloody murder.
Oh, my God, where was I when this was happening?
Larry.
Well, get in my car, bro. I got you. You can heal at my house.
Yeah, so needless to say, the people that I talked to didn't want to let me use their cell phone. They thought I was on drugs.
Oh,
my
yeah,
God.
because you had no shirt on and you were just kind of all jacked up. I get it.
Exactly. And
Again, where was I?
Yeah, right.
At that point, I kind of snapped out of it. My back started hurting.
Ooh.
Realized I broke my back.
Ooh.
I was there in a matter of 2 minutes, like 15 cop cars. The story's actually on the news. The two guys that got arrested stole my computer. And I used tracking device, so I got pictures of them. Found out who it was the next day.
Okay.
And they got arrested. So they're
nice.
Yeah, it's on the news. But
Wow.
How long did it take to heal your back?
Oh, I'm still going through treatment for it. So it's been 5 years.
Oh my God.
If you would have just continued to lay there, you never know what could have happened.
Right.
So
I think I would have been shot, honestly, if I would have put up another struggle with them. I mean, they had a Glock 19 pointed at my face. So.
Wow, so maybe you did do the right thing, right?
You just don't know, because what if they say, okay, well, we're going to just smoke this dude. Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's fight or flight in this case, and flight was, it may have been the best option, but you're paying the price for it right now, but at least you're still alive.
Well, and if they ever say no witnesses, you say, I'm Baptist. I don't believe in that. I do not believe in that.
Catholic.
All right, I don't bug people on the weekend.
Hey, good story, man. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
You too.
Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Yes, seriously.
Really?
Well, I'm just saying, didn't he sound cute to you?
He totally sounded cute.
Right. I got my basketball shorts on. I left my jockstrap. Now these men are forcing me to do stuff. Hell, now my back's broken. I have to lay on it.
Right. I jumped from one spider web into the next.
I'm all, let's go.
What goes on in his head, every single scenario
turns into something
turn
like
into that.
Man.
Right, and because I'm still a guy. Every guy does that.
So every guy does that?
Most guys do it. Everybody but Kendall.
Okay.
The dude jumped. So if a girl jumps out of the
with no top on,
with bra and panties
she's
on,
broke her back.
She's
broken her robbed, and she needs you to call the cops.
Yeah.
Could you be a better hero? Come on.
You're going to take her into your house?
Not
let her.
No.
Kendall is.
Okay,
right.
right. But that's what most guys would think?
Yeah, for sure. How can I help you? Let me rub your back.
It is broken.
You're right.
Right. Let's take these shorts off.
Here we go.
It makes you more comfortable.
Yeah.
It's the KS1075 Morning Show with Larry, Kendall, and Kathy.
Some lessons in self-awareness this weekend, as we heard the stories last hour of the ATM robbings in Aurora. Makes you stop and look around before you go get some cash this weekend.
Right, or like maybe I'll go into the store to use the ATM versus the one out there in the parking lot in the dark.
And then when you come out, be careful on who's following you, because people are now
who's
following
walking
you
up
to
to
your
you?
house.
Why
right?
is somebody parking right next to you when there's all these parking spots?
Exactly. Why are they driving all the same turns you're taking?
Yes, it leads us to your stories this morning at 303-228-1075. The time you got mugged. Here's one. I got carjacked and robbed at gunpoint by the brother and friend of a girl I was going to take on a date.
Oh.
Apparently that was their gig. I guess it's like a setup. Like the girl gets in there and maybe gets comfortable.
Like, hi.
And then
everything's fine.
And then
take your pants down.
And then they show up and rob you.
They show up and rob you. Wow, it's a scam. That's what they were running. Good morning. Who's this?
Yo, this is Anonymous.
Hey, Anonymous. What's up?
Well, all right, so I got like two stories. I used to work at a good old Papa John's out there at Wheat Ridge.
Uh-huh.
And one time, like, me and my buddy, we were just working, and we seen this dude run by really quick. and we ran out to see what was going on. And my buddy, he was an ex-felon, and he's like 4 foot nothing, little skinny guy. And
not like a tiny felon. Go ahead.
Well, he was like a little gnome, but anyway. So all of a sudden, this lady goes, "He stole my purse!" And out of nowhere, this little 4 foot dude, just runs by me in a blur, chases the dude down, and tackles him, gets the purse back. Gets a big old recognition from the Wheat Ridge Police and everything. It was
nice.
Cool.
So, yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Never underestimate the little guy.
Yeah.
Exactly. That little gnome took him down. I think he was just fast as you know?
Hopefully he put his pointy gnome hat in the guy's ass.
Yeah, exactly. So, then one time, same Papa John's, I'm walking out. We had this chicken chipotle pizza one time. It was bomb as hell.
Yum.
And it was the last time we were going to have it. And so I made me want to take home because I really liked it. And I walk out, and all of a sudden these people drive up in a Jeep out of nowhere, and they go, "Hey, Gordo." And I know what Gordo means. I ain't no dumbass, but I ain't no Hispanic either. People always think I am, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, Gordo, give me the pizza." And I was like, "What?" And he just jacked me for my pizza and drove off, man. It was so jacked up.
That's messed up. So they called him Gordo, and then they took his pizza.
He called me a fat ass in Spanish.
That's great.
They're all, "You don't need these calories. Go have a salad."
With light dressing.
I started crying, dog.
No, that was the last pizza.
No, I went in and made another one. So.
Okay, good.
And then you walk to your car with it real careful.
Mm-hmm, yes.
That's hilarious.
I'm glad he didn't jack me for my check because I just got paid, you know? I was like, dumbass.
Yeah,
right.
Better off the pizza than the check.
For sure.
Hey, man, thanks for calling this morning.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, you guys have a good one.
You
Thanks
too.
for making me laugh every day. Appreciate it.
Right on, man.
Thanks for the laugh right back.
Bye.
Yeah, right on.
Bad enough they stole his pizza, called him fat ass.
Right.
As they were doing it.
Gordo.
Have a kick-ass, awesome time.
And now, what's going down in Hollywood? It's Celebrity Trash and Bash.
Dude, shut up!
Here's Kendall B.
Sponsored by Echo Park. Sam Smith will be here on Monday night, First Bank Center in Broomfield. And KS1075 has your tickets this weekend. Listen to win starting tomorrow morning. And, hey, fellas, time for you to get a little piece of Sam Smith. Apparently, according to sources and according to, what we've heard from Sam Smith, he may not be with his boyfriend, Jonathan Zeisel, anymore.
Second Brit to cheat on him. He's probably ready for an American.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're a good-looking guy, get close to the stage if you can, and then just give the blue still look, like, "What's up?
What's up?
Poof out your lips a little bit."
I'm single.
Hey,
Right.
what's going
I
on?
love your music.
Yeah.
Squinch. Right. I know you like my accent, even though I didn't know I had one.
Mm-hmm. Sam Smith recently dropped clues that he might be a single man. Tuesday night, he performed in Toronto, performed his ballad "Good Thing" about a troubled relationship, which is on his album. Then he said this, quote, "When I fell in love with the person who inspired the majority of this album, I had this fight in me to basically end it when I could have carried on. But I decided to write this song, and the day before I wrote this song, I basically went on my phone and I deleted their number and I deleted everything. And the reason why this song is very special to me today is that I've actually had to do the very similar thing today with someone I've been seeing," end quote.
Whoa.
Cheating.
Yeah.
You
It
think?
was definitely cheating because that guy is like super hot.
Jonathan?
Right. And so he probably, met another guy real quick, like, "Hey, what's up?"
I know, but your cash cow
Right there.
is Sam Smith.
About to really cash in with
that's
Grammy.
Way to call
dedication.
Sam Smith a cow.
Oh, come on now.
No. But I mean, yeah, you'd think somebody would be smart enough to, "Hey, I'm your loyal guy."
Right.
But at least he got weeded out
Right,
for
true.
what he was.
By the way, if you are to read into all of this also, Sam Smith posted an Instagram picture that showed him very sad, holding a glass of red wine, saying this, quote, "Sometimes you need to lay in bed with a glass of red wine and a football t-shirt and listen to some Joni Mitchell. It's been a sad day. Beautiful show, but sad day." Yep.
Right.
It happened.
Basically, he's saying, next.
Right.
Who's next?
The next is in Broomfield on Monday
Exactly.
night.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Represent for Denver.
Tell your girlfriend not to stand so close.
Listen to win your tickets to see Sam Smith on KS1075 all weekend. Chrissy Teigen, John Legend's wife, and of course Sports Illustrated model, broke a bone in her foot yesterday while filming an episode of Spike TV's Lip Sync Battle.
Oh.
Wow, that was a serious lip sync.
She was getting into it. She posted a photo on Instagram with a photo of herself in the hospital bed, full makeup on and everything, wearing a little black dress that she was wearing on the show. So she really went to town.
You know who doesn't break their feet?
Who?
Drag queens.
No, they can work it.
Yeah,
Right.
and they lip sync for their lives.
Kanye West and Paul McCartney apparently working on some material together. And while they were working on it, according to a source, Kanye allegedly asked Paul McCartney, quote, "What was the nanny like back in the 60s?" End quote.
And Paul said furry and smell like incense.
Yes.
It could be right.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of that, new Kanye West music is on the way. According to sources, he previewed his upcoming 7th studio album a few days ago, which does feature that track with Paul McCartney and a brand new track with Rihanna as well. So Kanye with new stuff on the way sooner than later. Other news for you this morning, Paula Abdul is returning to TV as a judge for So You Think You Can Dance.
Hasn't she done that before? No.
She guested
it, I think.
But on Celebrity or Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I mean, she can do it.
It's in her wheelhouse.
For real.
It really is. She's going to be a permanent judge on the show this season. Of course, she was a judge for years on American Idol, and then that whole thing went awry, and now she's going to do this. Joining her, by the way, on the judging panel for So You Think You Can Dance is Jason Derulo. He's going to be on this summer, too. So they're trying to freshen things up, I guess, a touch, get some people that people know so they can watch it a little bit more.
Some people like Jason Derulo that people know, and then Paul Abdul people don't or know.
They know.
Yeah, sort of. Jennifer Lopez says, not all the men I've dated in the past have been attractive. I mean, as far as face goes.
Mark's like, thanks, bitch.
Mark.
He is much more, he's a gentleman, Larry.
No, I mean, he's rich, and I bet there are like a ton of women that throw themselves at him.
For sure, because he's got the voice.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But on looks based alone, like, looks a little malnourished. Like he didn't make it to a teat.
On Watch What Happens
the
Live,
runt of the litter.
He was. On Watch What Happens Live last night, she said all the men she's dated in the past have been manly and sexy, but not all of them that good looking. Quote, I would say my type of man is I like manly. I don't like a softer edge. I like somebody to make me laugh, but type-wise, I'm not a looks person. I don't know if you noticed over the years, end quote. I go for more essence, for strength and the manliness, the fun and the laughs. Sexy's important, but I don't feel like good looking is necessarily sexy, end quote.
I know, and she's right, the fun and the laughs, but it's like you can get both.
Yes.
You can.
Right. You can.
And I think
if she have anybody.
Right. Ben Affleck was manly and good looking.
And funny.
Yes, and funny.
Yeah, but he knew to dip out. He's like, you're weird.
Okay, Chris Judd, he's a good looking man.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently she was pointing the finger at just one dude.
Mark Anthony.
Or maybe did he? Like, I mean.
Maybe did he?
Like, because he's, I don't know, do you find him hot?
If
he worked at Pep Boys.
He's just that nice dude.
Right.
You know, like when he was first coming up in Bad Boy, he was just the producer guy.
Right.
Like nothing about him was
sexy.
Caught your eye.
Right.
Okay. Finally this morning, it's
but
Celebrity Trash
now,
Bash.
when he's getting off of a helicopter,
easy now.
well,
Easy.
that guy is
And they reported that he
handsome.
made $800 million last year.
Reel it in.
Sexy as hell.
Reel it in. Finally this morning, Iggy Azalea says that she might only be a flash in the pan, but at least she has inspired change in hip-hop.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, they asked her, like, like people's careers turn over pretty quickly. And she's like, hey, if I'm around for 4 years, it's like, really? You're giving yourself 4 years.
You could have gone 10.
Right.
You never know how long you'll be in this people's good graces, she says in GQ magazine, especially in this business. So I hope it's long. But I could be here for 3 or 4 years and then be out like most artists, so it depends. I might be here for a long time. But even, she says, at its very worst, if I have a short-lived career, at least I could say I sparked a change, that I inspired some leniency in what people accept in hip-hop.
Right, she's all, I was the first average rapper who made it.
If I have a long career and I could be gyrating in a leotard at 35, that would be great. She also says to the haters that award season, like the Grammys come around, helps. Anytime where people get to choose who they want to have a voice and they choose me, I just think that makes it worth it, and that gives me the patience to just bite my tongue. When people choose me as the person they think should be speaking for them, I think, well, I don't really care what someone else in the industry or another artist has to say about it. Your opinion is biased anyway because you want people to listen to your voice. So having actual people who choose me, it makes me think I have a place, and I don't care what other people have to say about it.
Oh, my God, I fell asleep while you were saying that,
Right?
Iggy.
That's
Jesus.
what I thought, too. That is long.
Right. But, I mean, I understand what she's saying, but, like, I guess, like, you know, it depends if she can survive the flash in the pan thing because, you know, it's like the white girls, I think, are, like, all about her. Like, oh, she raps. And then, like, the teens and the younger people are like, oh, she's hot.
The gay community likes her.
Right. Okay. So maybe she has it in her.
She has some stamina, I think.
Well, we'll see. This is, you know, she's her first big go-around, and we'll see what happens with the next album. That's always what's going to happen. What's the next album going to be like?
I do think some of the lines that she can spit are really really good and creative. Whether or not it's her that wrote them, I don't know.
And, well, and for some rappers, that's the case anyway.
Yeah.
So you really don't know.
It's the KS1075 Morning Show with Larry, Kendall, and Kat.
1075, good morning. Who's this?
Hi, this is Bernadette.
Where you calling from, Bernadette?
I'm calling from Denver.
You got a text from us?
I did.
Congratulations. Movie Club winner this morning. That gets you a 4-pack of passes to see the new Jennifer Lopez movie, The Boy Next Door, at any Denver area Regal Cinema Theater. Congratulations, Bernadette.
Awesome. Thanks.
You too can be a winner. Very easy. Just text VIP to 69803 to get in to see great movies like, well, let's see how it turns out. The Boy Next Door, the new Jennifer Lopez movie, starring her, of course, as a woman whose hot fling with the guy next door turns dangerous after Ryan Guzman starts obsessing over her and shows up as a student in her class.
So, like, she didn't know that he was, like, I guess, underage, and then he shows up, and then she's like, damn, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Right, because it looks like he seduces her first.
For sure.
And then she probably thinks that she's never going to see him again or something like that.
Because he says, I'm only here for a couple, weeks or something. I'm visiting my so-and-so next door.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, he's in her class.
Right.
Kathy, you have reported to us that the sex scene in this movie is off the meters.
Apparently, that's the one reason you have to watch this movie is for the J-Lo sex scene.
Or she gives him her cookie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's what she said last night on Watch What Happens Live about filming it.
There was one point in the filming where he had to lift me up, like pick me up, and we were filming in this old house, remember?
Yeah.
And he smashed my head into the ceiling, into the thing.
She's lighter than she seemed. I mean, I literally threw her up in the air.
She's lighter than
Light
she
as a
seems.
feather.
Yes, light as a feather.
Like a marshmallow.
Like a marshmallow. Yes.
But he did. I think he thought he was like, damn, I'm really going to have to pick this heifer up. He wanted to pick me up. And I went flying through the ceiling. My head got bumped. I was like, oh.
Okay.
It's all that ass. You think
right?
it's
No, you think it's going to be more, and then
heavier.
you realize she doesn't have any boobs. This should be fairly easy.
She's little.
That was both her and Ryan Guzman talking about it. Ryan, by the way, in case you didn't know, is from the Step Up movies.
I was wondering, because he's good looking.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, where did he come from?
Right, Kathy can hardly wait to have a neighbor like that. Oh, well, you know.
Yeah.
Boy Next Door is rated R. Lots of rated R movies coming out this weekend. These are, it's the adult movies coming out.
What?
Yeah, Mordecai opens this weekend.
Mordecai.
Johnny Depp is quirky art expert who's asked by British government to help investigate the theft of priceless paintings.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Yeah.
That movie, like, I didn't know how to take it. Like, is it? But now that it's R, you know, it's probably gonna be good.
Yeah, funny,
Right.
campy. Ewan McGregor is investigating him. Olivia Munn is an heiress who seduces him. Paul Bettany is his faithful manservant. And Gwyneth Paltrow is Mordecai's wife.
Yeah, I'm curious to know if it's good or not.
Right.
Okay.
Like, is it really funny or really artsy dumb?
Silly.
Right.
We'll see. Also opening this weekend, Cake. Critically acclaimed film goes wide with Jennifer Aniston starring in a movie about a woman who's struggling with her addiction to painkillers and her hallucinations or her hallucinated conversations with a woman who committed suicide. So it's not a fun movie at all.
Right,
No.
but I mean, she's always done kind of fluff. This will be like...
Yeah, it's about time she's not Rachel
Right.
in the movie, for sure.
Right.
And this is why she's been praised on this role, because it's a departure for her.
Right.
But she got snubbed for the Oscar.
She did get snubbed for the Oscar, yeah. But she's got some of the the critics types awards, some of the other awards she's been up for
The
too.
crazy thing is she looks like a normal person in the movie. So it's like, wow, I guess all of us could be Hollywood if we lost a lot of weight and got a good tan.
A spray tanner and a
Right.
professional hairstylist.
Exactly. We're all that close to being in Hollywood.
Yep.
You have to commit to like not enjoying food.
True.
Also, this weekend, the only PG offering this weekend is Strange Magic, starring Evan Rachel Wood in an animated musical. So it's voices, basically.
Wrong.
You lost me.
You lost me at musical.
About the fairy trying to rescue her
you got me at fairy.
kidnapped
okay.
sister.
Now you got me back.
The music spans 6 decades of popular songs in pop music. So
That might be fun.
kind
Like
of interesting.
Glee-ish? Kind of.
I guess you can call it that.
Yeah.
Not so much Glee-ish, but, very popular song.
Okay.
So that's opening this weekend, too. So
Yeah.
enjoy your movies this weekend. If you see any of these, put us up on Facebook, facebook.com/Larry, Kendall, and Kathy on the U-Review. And also, don't forget, our next big movie premiere is Jupiter Ascending.
That looks amazing.
It really does.
Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum star in that movie. Text VIP to 69803 for your chance to get in to that premiere as well.